The phrase "that didn't age well" really applies to this book, especially this line on page 4, which reads as follows. They start with a small set of individuals or organizations and spread, often from person to person, almost like a virus. But despite the title and what you think it's not about that. Hi guys, it's your girl Savvy C. Welcome to another episode of Cover to Cover, a weekly series where we talk about all things books. And this week I'm talking about Jonah Berger's Contagious: Why Things Catch On. I heard about this book through an LA Times article I read by Angel Jennings. It was talking about how much of a bookworm Nipsey Hussle was and how through him being a bookworm it sparked groups of black men across LA and the country getting together and forming book clubs, which I loved. I didn't realize that either. I remember seeing a Breakfast Club interview of his and a Power 105 interview of his talking about books, and he mentioned books here and there, as well as the story I remember seeing on Twitter, and I think about it, about him giving a book to a mutual friend to give to Lauren London when they're about to start dating or when they're starting the relationship. And so the article just talks about that, his love for reading, the books he read, and there's also a comprehensive list of all the books that Nip referenced in interviews or friends of friends knew that he read. And one of those books was this one right here. And allegedly, as the article told me, that after Nip read Contagious, that planted the seed for the Marathon Continues, which is just the saying that was synonymous with him, his brand, and now it's just really cemented him in pop culture and has furthered his legacy to live on. And it's just this idea of do it for your community, and then through your community it can build for generations and generations to come. So it's just it continues. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Life is not a race. You gotta keep going and have longevity. And so that was really cool, and I was like, oh, okay, noted. And I remember I just saved it, and I think my next paycheck I bought this book, and I really enjoyed it. Contagious is all about marketing and what makes things go viral. So what makes something viral and why it catches on with others and just spreads like wildfire, right? And so there are 6 basic principles in this book, and that's the core of this book. At each chapter, there's a 6-letter acronym, and then each of those letters of the acronym are a chapter in the book. And that 6-letter acronym is STEPS, but it's 2 P's, so I call it STEPS, PS. And it stands for social currency, triggers, emotion, public, practical value, and stories. Everybody loves a good story. And so those 6 are the basic principles of why something goes viral. Now, when things go viral, as it states in the book, it doesn't have to have all 6. It can maybe have as few as 1 or of all, but they all share the commonalities of these 6 principles. And so he explains that in this book. I really enjoyed it. I gave this book 4 stars. It's 210 pages. It's bookended by an introduction and an epilogue, as well as the 6 chapters in the middle. And I really enjoyed it because it reads like a textbook, and that threw me off, but I enjoyed that. Jonah, the author, is a marketing professor for MBA students at the Wharton School of Business in Pennsylvania, in Philly, at the University of Pennsylvania. And so, an Ivy League professor, teaching at one of the most, I want to say the top business school in the country, if not top 5 for sure. And he uses his class as a basis for this book, and so basically just put what his curriculum is for that class in this book and shares it with us. And especially if you get this used, you can get this for less than $10 and get an Ivy League course taught to you. So that was really cool. So I really enjoyed how it breaks it down through narrative. So you hear throughout this book, you read a lot of origin stories of things like, little back trip down memory lane with talks about Rebecca Black's Fridays, or how Budweiser, the "What's Up" commercial, or how Snapple has the fun facts underneath their caps. Just things like that, and how that started and how it catches on and has keep going on for so long. I really enjoyed that about this book. I really would recommend this book to anyone who's struggling to have an idea catch on. So if you have this great idea, but it's just not getting the traction that you want, it's not spreading like you want, I really recommend this to you. I recommend this to people who are business majors, marketing majors, marketing minors, areas of interest in marketing, But also, even more so, actually, I recommend this to people who find an area of weakness in marketing. So those who are really struggling with that, it's not really your groove, I recommend this for you. I think this would be a good launching pad for that. And lastly, I recommend this to people who work in social media. So shout out to all my social media managers, coordinators, directors, consultants, whatever your title is, managers, like I said earlier. If your job is rooted in social media, I think this would be a great read for you as well, just to further working on your content and how you can connect with your audience and then build upon that audience and grow your reach and grow your impact and outreach. So I think those would be good for this book. It reads like a textbook, like I said, in the sense of just it really breaks it down and goes in depth. And sometimes at times it's like, okay, we get it, the point's made, but does bring it all together, and the epilogue really ties it up nicely in a bow for you, just in case you didn't hit the main point. Alright guys, that's all I got for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I am sending love to wherever you are in the world. Hope you are staying healthy, staying at home, and staying sane. I will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.